The most important thing to learn is that excuses are going to stop you. That's number one. Number two, there's nothing more important than starting. I don't care what goal it is you got in mind. You got to start. If you don't start, you're never even going to dream of finishing. So stop dreaming and start. And then continue dreaming too, because that kind of, it inspires you along the way. But you got to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how to get started with your dreams. I don't know what you've been dreaming about doing. I don't know what it is you're trying to do right now in your life, but I know that this word does not only affect somebody who's trying to start an account to do something important on Instagram. It affects you at home that's trying to lose weight. It affects you at home that's trying to get a job and you don't know what you're going to do or how you're going to do it to get to where you're trying to get to. It also affects you to keep getting bad grades at school and you want to do something better for yourself. Just this would apply to everybody. So I'm just trying to put a message around really starting with your goals, right? I'm going to tailor it down to answer his question, but just know that whatever I'm saying is applicable to whatever else it is. So stay tuned and watch this. Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Oye, and today I'm back with something totally different. So lately, what I've been doing with my videos is rather than me just coming up with topics to talk about, I've been listening more to what people who are watching me say, and based on whatever they're talking about, I shoot videos based on that, since you gotta serve your consumer first, right? And this time I'm coming up with something totally different. I was talking to somebody today, let's call him Mr. X again. So Mr. X was telling me that he wanted to start posting on Instagram, but not just as a regular person. He really wants to take it further, and that he saw some people online that's got like 2 million followers, and they're getting all this stuff, that he really wants to do that, and he believes he can change the lives of people. And I was like, that's fantastic, man. You really should do it. And he was like, yeah, but what's your opinion? He said, first I got to get the latest iPhone so that I can get nice quality pictures, and and after that I gotta strategize, and he said he got to do all this stuff, and I was like, time out, buddy, time out. I said time out. And I was like, the first thing that you need to understand is that you do not need to figure everything out before you start. Come on, you're trying to put something on Instagram and you're trying to make it official, just go on Instagram, create an account, and start. I don't care what it is. Use your regular phone that you have right now. Take a picture with that phone. And on that phone, you can get apps from your app store for free where you can edit pictures back and forth. Use those free apps. Do it on your phone. Set something up real quick. Upload this stuff. Let people start getting it. I told him, I say in the beginning, it's going to be really tough. Even people who know you, they just go, sometimes the people who know you, let me draw this out. This is not just for this video. Sometimes the people who are very close to you, most of the time they support you, but sometimes when they see you're trying to do something and you're not doing good at it, it brings them some kind of pleasure that you're not doing good at it. And I'm not trying to say that people close to you don't love you. I'm just trying to say it's something that I've noticed personally in life. Sometimes even the people that's very close to you, when you're struggling with something, they actually enjoy, watching that. It's just crazy. It's just something that I noticed. So I told him that you're going to have to develop thick skin. Because social media, the fact is if you decide to put your life on social media the way I am now, if you decide to do that, you're taking a huge step. Usually people go on social media and that's like their escape point. You look up models on social media. You kind of look up the type of people living the type of life that you hope to live one day. So you see all these different people and it's like an escape point. But if you decide to start adding content and you decide to start putting something of your own life, just understand that people are going to ridicule you, especially when you're starting. There's going to be a lot of, oh, maybe, I don't know, if, probably. But you're going to have to develop some thick skin to overlook that. And when you overlook that, you just got to keep putting out your content. And the fact of the matter is, when I mentioned earlier that you don't need to be perfect, I was being serious. You do not need to have everything figured out. I believe if you want to start with social media, what's the first thing you got to do? You got to research. Ask yourself, okay, what do I want to post about? What do I want to talk about? What do I want to offer these people? Once you figure that out, ask yourself, when do I want to start? Because the best way to learn you know, is to start, is by doing. So do it and figure it out. I'll give you an example when it comes to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is at the very beginning stages, you know, like I got on like what, 22 subscribers, so that's really low. But I can tell you that I've learned a lot from the time that I started till right now, you know? And number one thing that you're going to have to understand is you're going to have to be very consistent. Not that I've done a good job at it myself. I'm preaching. But, you know, I keep striving every day to do it. That's also a part of don't expect everything to be perfect before you start. You know, when I started, I could have told myself, oh, I need to go learn this video editing software and this photo editing software, and I need to get this nice lights for my camera, and I need to get this nice camera, and I need to get this, I need to get that. If I do that, it'll only delay me from actually starting. I haven't bought lights for the YouTube channel, but I've been able to work around it by learning extra soft skills on the softwares and stuff. So don't delay your progress by giving yourself excuses that you don't even know are actually excuses. You waiting on that phone is an excuse. Because in the real sense of it, all you need is a regular phone. And you know, he brought up one point when I mentioned that. He was like, there's also something, he said there's something called branding, right? And people want to associate themselves with brands that are like really good. And I was like, have you ever listened to a good song that was low quality before, but you listen to the song anyway because it's just great quality? And that's the fact with anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You do not need to have 100% of that quality. In fact, let me tell you something that I believe right now. I believe that if you come up with a new idea, and you wait to perfect everything such that when you bring out that idea, everybody was like, we love it. Nobody's criticizing your idea. I believe you released that idea too late. You got to release that idea and let people criticize you. Let people Don't be scared of criticism. Let it come. Accept it. Learn from it. Grow from it. That's how you do better. Mark Zuckerberg, he said, was it Mark or was it? Yeah. He said they run over 10,000 different versions of Facebook every day to see what people like, and then they grow from that. The only way you can grow from something is to learn from it, you know? So don't let nothing hold you back. If you look really behind all the masks of, oh, I got to get a phone, I got to do this, I got to do that, the only thing that's really stopping you from starting, write this down, is fear. F-E-A-R. Fear. Because you're scared. Your little butt is scared. Now, do I get scared? All the time. I get scared all the time. I'm not perfect at it. Sometimes I want to do something and I just get scared. Like, I'm a regular person too. But the first step is you got to acknowledge that what you're undergoing is fear. Once you acknowledge a problem, you're halfway through solving it. Now, once you understand that the fear that you have is the fear of the unknown, you're scared because you're about to start posting things about your life to people. And some people are not going to be okay with what you say. You know, some people are not. Some people are not going to support you. Some people are just not going to want to do anything. And, you know, as somebody who's really trying to make a difference, you're going to have to be okay with that. You know, you're going to have to come and tell yourself, you know what, that's all right. I don't need everybody to support me. But I got to do me. You know, I got to do what I want to do. You need to get to that point where you're able to say, you know what, I'm going to do what I need to do, regardless of who's supporting or who's not. But the most important one of all is once you start, you need to understand. I also mentioned this. I say, don't forget that it's so easy to quit something that you feel like you do not. If you don't invest your money into something, typically it's easy for you to quit it, you know. I say, but you know, you got to get to a point in your life where you start seeing your time, like you using time to do something. You have to start seeing your time as money. If you start to see your time as money, which goes back to my third or fourth video where I was talking about how much is your time really worth. You need to start seeing your time as money, because once you're able to see your time as money, you'll understand if you start something, that's as good as you putting money on that thing. So you don't just wake up, start something, do it for 1 week and then quit. No, you got to make sure it's really something you want to do. And once you make sure of it, just start. The biggest step of all is starting. You know, I was reading a post on Quora a couple weeks ago, and this guy was saying he knew a lot of brilliant minds when they were in school, and a lot of brilliant minds, you know, doing things. He said, but the only thing about them is they're always complaining. Oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to start this business. I really want to start a YouTube channel. He said, but the only thing they will never do is to start it. If you ask them, hey, what's stopping you from starting that YouTube channel? It's going to say, well, you know, I need a camera. You know, I got to get these nice things. Or if you say, what's stopping you from starting that business? They say, man, I need capital. I need this. I need that. You really don't need capital. You don't need all these things. I mean, you do, but you really don't. What you need is a shift in mindset. There was a video that I watched online. This guy was like, he would tell you how to start a business without money. Well, that's a whole nother topic that I could talk about in another video if you guys really want to hear it. But you do not need these excuses, and you just need to start. Just get started. Whatever it is. If you've been telling yourself you want to lose weight and you've been saying it for the past I don't know how many years and you just kept eating all that good chocolate and ice cream, just decide within your mind that you want to stop and just stop it. I know it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough like crazy. I told myself I wasn't going to drink soda no more. And you know, sometimes I'd go back and forth, but overall, I really don't drink soda anymore at all. You know, it doesn't take one day to build Rome, but provided you're adding one brick every single day, Rome will be built. You know, so you don't need to make all that change once you need. No, it doesn't need to be perfect, man. You just got to start. I hope this video has been helpful to something that you've been trying to do for a while and you just don't know how to start. If it has not been helpful, raise your voice, hit me with some comments, let me know what you think about what I just said. It's your favorite boy, Oye, and I am signing out. It's so much fun talking to you people, though. I gotta say that I'm having fun. Yes. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Peace out.